Hi, today we're going to talk about Prezi.com. Prezi essentially is a presentation tool. It's kind of like PowerPoint but on steroids. It's a pretty cool tool to spice up your presentations to your students. So first thing you're going to do is go to Prezi.com. As you can see up here. If you've never logged in before, the first thing you're going to need to do is hit get started and create yourself an account. The basic account is free, so you don't need to worry about these scary pricing um, quotes. Once you already create an account, all you need to do is click login. For me, I used my Gmail account because this is actually a very old account for me now. Once it logs you in, it might give you this little tutorial here. You can watch that if you would like. What I'm going to show you today is essentially just how to navigate this website and what it can do. So on the right hand side, you'll see if you have already created Prezis, then it will be listed here. As you can see, I have a couple of them actually that I've created. Just to show you an example, here's one that I used as a teacher, not that one. Here's one that I used as a teacher when I was teaching 8th grade civics. So essentially all I used it for was to give the breakdown of the standard itself. And you'll see that in my presentation is that I really didn't give a ton of information on it. It was a lot of talking, and then we would do activities because I tried to have interactive lectures. So I'll tell them what standard we're on, what the major point of the standard was, and then I kind of went into the different parts of it, and we talked about it. You can see you can make it go all over the place. You can include both images and videos. It really works well with YouTube videos. Now, one of the things is you need to think of Prezi as kind of an open canvas. It's not you have screen by screen. It's this big, huge canvas, and you can make things really big or really small, and you can zoom in and out. So you can see I have these little things down here under the major idea. And then move on to the next idea. You can flip things around. And that's get to a part where I kind of zoom in. There you go. So you can see everything is actually contained in this overall heading for me. You don't have to do that, but it's just gives you an idea of how it's almost an infinite canvas. It will stop you if you try to make things too small. So what you would need to do then is make the thing on the outside a little bit bigger. It gets complicated, but it's really not. So don't worry. All right. So once you are on this website, first thing you need to do is click on New Prezi. Take a second to load. Got a lot of information it needs to get. Okay, and so the two major options here is you can choose a template. I do highly recommend templates just because they do make things a little bit easier. There's less, you still have a lot of options, but it kind of allows you to have a focus more on what you need to get across the students and less on design. You can click on more for a lot more options. Or you can start a blank one if you really want to be artistic and do your own thing. So I'm going to get out of this right now, actually. And I'm going to go, because I created a test one earlier. So if you've already created one, you can click on Edit to open it back up to work on it some more. Okay. And so here's going to be all your tools. You can see on the left-hand side is the path. You can edit this to tell it to go to different areas on your canvas at different times. You just need to click on Edit Path. If you're starting from a blank, you're not going to have any of these over here. It's going to be something you're going to have to create. You're going to hit Edit Path, and you're going to tell it where to go at what time. And as you can see, this is the first thing in the path, and it's also the sixth thing, so it's also the last thing that you'll go to. That's what all the numbers mean. All these arrows, this is just art somebody put in here. And these are just frames to try to contain all of the information in one place. So whenever you tell it where to go, it knows what's all supposed to be in there. Now, this insert button is probably one of the more important ones. This is where you'll click to insert images and symbols in the YouTube videos and all of that thing. You can also do background music, and if you already have a PowerPoint and don't want to recreate the wheel, this is where you do that. You can just upload your PowerPoint right into here and then add on extra stuff beyond that. Customize. You're like, well, I liked this, but I kind of want it to be a different color because gray is kind of drab. So let's make it this color. So this is where you get to actually have a little bit more way of editing it. And this is also where you can insert lots of different things. You can actually insert things from other Prezis, titles, going to a circle, you can move it, be like, oh, I kind of need this to go over here. Also, you know, well, I also kind of want it to be flipped around because that's fun. Well, now the arrow is not pointing over there, so I need you to point up here. So you have complete artistic, I guess, rights over how you're going to move things, how you're going to present information. Zoom in and out. That's how you're going to create really small text or really big text. Just debating, or just it all is based on how close or far away you are to something. So it gives you kind of an idea of what Prezi is and what you can do with it. It's really not very difficult, as you can see. You don't have a ton of options, but really, when you get down to it, you can make something really cool. So, and then you can also share this. You can download the entire Prezi as a PDF. You can share it, obviously, on social media. And you can just also then give somebody the link so they can actually look at it again at home. So if you have students and you want them to look at it there, that would be something you can do. You can also create Prezis collaboratively. I haven't looked too much into that feature yet, but I know it's a possibility. So if you have any questions, go ahead and give me an email about Prezi. I have been using it for a few years now. They keep changing and adding different features, so there are certain things I might have to learn along with you. But I hope you enjoyed this tool, and definitely give me a shout. Bye.